big underperformer. All of a sudden, that stock has suddenly spiked up. Just pull the intraday chart out there. ACC is the one that's bursting away. A rank underperformer, actually, if I look at it from the cement basket, the market was not willing to give it valuations. Even after the 7% spike, if you take a look at the last 1 year chart, actually the stock is still down close to around 10%. So unsure what's going on there, but ACC is one of those names that have really bucked the trend today. But let's wind down the markets then. Last minute or so left. Stocks that did well today. Tech did very, very well. So the IT index was a relative outperformer. Motilal Oswal, they had come out with a note earlier today. They believe it's time to buy tech. So tech was one of the few indices that were in the green. And if you had a two-wheeler index, well, then that as well would be in the green. Because stocks like Royal Enfield as well as Bajaj Auto, both of them did pretty well, giving company to stocks like Tech Mahindra as well as Wipro on the upside. Losers, well, they came in from the metal pack as well as from the real estate pack. So you had JSW Steel, Tata Steel, both of them under pressure. And defense-related names as well were a little bit under the weather today. BEL was one of the top losers on the Nifty. And from the real estate basket, Prestige Estates did come in for some selling. CG Power did have an order cancellation. The street was jittery on that front. That stock, in fact, ended with a cut. And Sammaan Capital management has been clarifying, but the street is still a little skeptical on their action on the erstwhile promoter. So that went home with a cut of around 4%. We talked about the Nifty doing well this month and outperforming, but the small cap index is still down close to around 4%. Telling you there is pain in the broader market. So net, you could attribute some part of today's fall to actually expiry-related factor as well as MSCI rejig. But otherwise, there's been a sharp fall in today's trading session. Last tick, closer to the low point of the day.
Disappointing mid-cap performance and the advanced decline ratio in particular. While the mid-cap index declined 0.5% in line with the frontline indices, look at the advanced decline ratio. Down at 1:3, and the gap between the two only widening. Some of the drags, notable ones include, Billion Brains Grow, that declined nearly 4.5%. Physics Wala also recent listing last week, stock under pressure. You had softness coming in a couple of these banks like a Yes Bank, IOC, PNB, IDFC First Bank. So some of these, mid-cap banks we can trade. On the way up, Federal Bank did well, so did Canara Bank, and Riddington was a big mover, stands out for the kind of volumes it did. All in all, disappointing session, perhaps the expiry at play. The Nifty ends below 25,950, a cut of 0.5%. Don't go anywhere. We're going to take a leave and closing bell, but on the other side, markets forward comes up next.